Have you ever found yourself in the eye of the storm? Those moments when the world seems to spin out of control around you, the phone won't stop ringing, messages pile up, deadlines loom, and others' emotions collide with yours. Think for a moment. What's your automatic reaction in these moments? Is it the urge to run, to shout, to despair, to try and control every little piece of the chaos around you? What if I told you that, precisely in that whirlwind, lies your greatest opportunity to find unshakable strength and a peace that defies logic? For us women, chaos is often an almost constant state. We are the crisis managers, the reconcilers, the ones who absorb the tensions of the family and professional environment. We carry the weight of expectations to always be calm and in control, even when everything around us is on fire. This pressure leads us to suppress, to swallow, to pretend everything is fine, until stress and anxiety become our daily companions. But what happens when this attempt to stay calm is just a facade, an exhausting effort to appear strong on the outside while inside you're crumbling? The truth is, true calm amidst chaos isn't the absence of external turbulence, but the construction of an inner fortress that chaos cannot penetrate. It's not about pretending the hurricane doesn't exist, but about finding your own center, your calm eye, right in the middle of it. What if you could activate this ability, not just on rare occasions, but whenever life tests you? Then see what happens when you choose calm amidst chaos. You become the master of your own experience, the architect of your peace, regardless of what the world throws at you. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, is the master of this art. It teaches us that happiness and tranquility don't depend on external circumstances, which are by nature inconstant and uncontrollable. Instead, they depend on our internal response to these circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote, "Do not disturb yourself with things which are beyond your control, but with those which are within your power." He lived in an era of political chaos, wars, and plagues, yet he sought and found his inner serenity through Stoic practice. His life is proof that calm isn't a privilege of tranquil environments, but an achievement of a disciplined mind. Think of the metaphor of a boat in a storm. An inexperienced sailor might panic, shout, try to fight every wave. But an experienced captain, even amidst strong winds and giant waves, keeps their gaze fixed on the horizon, hands on the rudder, adjusting the sails with precision. They don't control the storm, but they control their response to it. They know the boat has a structure, that they have skills, and that their calm is what will keep the crew together and the boat afloat. For us women, this image is powerful. The boat is your life, the storm is the chaos, and you are the captain. Calm isn't the absence of waves, but your ability to skillfully and serenely steer the boat, even when the storm is violent. Practical example. Imagine an insane workday, projects overdue, urgent emails popping up, a stressed colleague venting next to you. The first reaction is a knot in your stomach, a racing heart, a spiraling mind. But what if you took a 1-second pause? Breathed deeply, focusing on the sensation of air entering and leaving. This small pause is your choice for calm. It allows you to see the situation not as an uncontrollable monster, but as a series of facts. I have many emails. This colleague is stressed. The deadline is tight. Instead of being swallowed by the emotion of chaos, you become the observer. And as the observer, you can ask, what in this moment is within my control? Can I prioritize the emails? Can I offer a calm word to my colleague? Can I organize my to-do list into small steps? This distinction, a central Stoic practice, is what transforms panic into planning, reactivity into conscious response. This ability to choose calm amidst chaos is intrinsically linked to spirituality and a mindset of self-mastery. It's not a superficial peace, but a deep connection with your inner citadel, that impregnable space of your mind that Marcus Aurelius so highly valued. That's where your true freedom resides, your ability not to be disturbed by what cannot be changed. For many women, this spiritual connection can come from faith, meditation, mindfulness, or simply a deep sense of self-awareness and alignment with their highest values. Think of chaos as a filter. When you allow it to dominate you, it blurs your vision, distorts your perception of reality. You see threats everywhere, feel pressure in every interaction. But when you choose calm, that filter becomes clear. You can see things clearly, distinguish the essential from the trivial, what's real from what's just fear. It's like having a magnifying glass for truth. And this clarity is what allows you to act with wisdom, the first of the Stoic virtues. Courage also flourishes in calm. It takes courage not to be swept away by the current of collective panic, to keep your mind serene when everyone around you is losing theirs. This isn't a physical courage to fight a visible enemy, but a moral and mental courage to face yourself, your impulsive reactions, and choose a different path. It's the courage to be the person who brings serenity to the environment rather than adding more noise. Temperance, another Stoic virtue, comes into play by moderating your reactions. Instead of exploding in anger or despair, you practice emotional moderation. It doesn't mean suppressing emotion, but rather observing it, understanding its origin, and deciding whether it deserves to be fed or should be gently set aside. For a woman who is often labeled too emotional, this practice offers a way to use sensitivity as a strength, not a weakness. It's the ability to feel deeply, but to respond with control and purpose. Choosing calm amidst chaos isn't passivity. It's an assertive action of your consciousness. It's an act of power. Think of the people you admire most, those who seem unshakable even in extreme situations. They aren't immune to chaos. They've simply cultivated the ability not to be absorbed by it. For the modern woman, this means not being swallowed by endless to-do lists, unrealistic societal expectations, or critical voices, whether internal or external. It means being like a bamboo, flexible yet incredibly resilient, bending with the storm, but never breaking. It adapts, and then, when the force subsides, it returns to its original position, intact. When you choose calm, you activate a superpower, the ability to make better decisions. Amidst panic, the mind gets clouded, choices are reactive, and often lead to more chaos. But in calm, you access your reason, your intuition, your inner wisdom. You can see options clearly, assess risks, and act with a purpose that moves you forward instead of keeping you stuck in the reaction cycle. It's the difference between desperately putting out a fire and building a fire containment plan that prevents it from spreading. For women in leadership roles, in the family or at work, this skill is invaluable. It allows you to lead by example, inspiring calm and confidence in those around you, even when the situation is challenging. The Stoic practice teaches us that true freedom isn't in having the world under our control, but in having control over our own mind, and it's in calm that this control is established. Epictetus, one of the great masters of Stoicism, left us one of the most powerful reflections on this. It is not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them. This phrase is a radical invitation to introspection. External chaos is a fact. Your disturbance about it is a choice, a judgment. By changing your judgment, you change your experience. It's not the screaming boss, but your interpretation that their yelling diminishes you. It's not the child throwing a tantrum, but your perception that their tantrum disrespects or embarrasses you. Calm gives you the space to question these judgments and choose a more empowering perspective. Spirituality and the Stoic mindset intertwine here in the idea of acceptance. It's not a passive acceptance of injustice or pain, but an active acceptance of present reality. It's understanding that you can't control the flight of a butterfly, but you can control how you react when it lands on your hand, or doesn't. This acceptance releases a huge amount of energy that was previously spent on frustration and futile resistance. By accepting chaos as an inherent part of life, you stop fighting it and start dancing with it, flowing with its tides, keeping your core unshaken. Think of the metaphor of an oasis in the desert. The desert is chaos, barrenness, exhaustion, but the oasis is a point of calm and life that exists within the desert. It doesn't deny the desert, but creates a refuge of serenity amidst it. You have the power to cultivate this oasis within yourself, no matter how vast and challenging the desert of your life may be. This oasis is built with the water of self-awareness, the shade of virtue, and the fertility of acceptance. It is your refuge, your source of renewal. Choosing calm amidst chaos is, therefore, the greatest act of self-care and feminine empowerment. It's reclaiming your power over your internal state, even when the external world tries to unbalance you. It's the promise of a life with less anxiety, more clarity, more purpose, and a peace that isn't disturbed by circumstances, but flourishes because of them. It's the journey of becoming a woman who not only survives chaos, but thrives in it, using every challenge as an opportunity to deepen her wisdom and strengthen her spirit. Don't wait for the calm to arrive. Start today to cultivate your inner oasis. Dive into Stoic wisdom and experience the profound transformation that happens when you choose calm, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Your life, your relationships, and your well-being will thank you immensely. If this message resonated with you, if it touched your heart and made you see the possibility of finding calm even on the most hectic days, then I invite you to a simple act of connection. Like this video, because every like is an echo of our search for a more serene and powerful life. Share it with that woman you know who lives overwhelmed by chaos. She might desperately need this reminder that peace is a choice. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next content, where we'll continue to unravel the secrets of Stoic wisdom for a full and unshakable life. Your journey to inner calm and true empowerment begins now.